Okay, so this is my 1991 Suzuki Intruder 750cc motorcycle. And I just replaced the battery last week because I was just getting a clicking sound. The lights would come on, but I didn't have enough of a charge in the battery, and I tried charging it with a trickle charger, which I think was 1.5 amps for a few hours, and it just wasn't holding a charge, so I went ahead and replaced it, which I don't know if you guys care, but here's where the motorcycle battery is. And it just, there's a flap down here basically. You just unscrew and then it flaps down and the battery pops out. But you have to put the motorcycle up on, like I suggest just putting like a board or something here just to lift it up a couple inches so that the battery can drop all the way out. But I went ahead and replaced the battery. But when I was connecting the battery, and I was just using a metal wrench, I accidentally arced it right here, so you can kind of see where I did that. Whoops. So I would suggest maybe doing, because it's such a small area to work in, it's really hard not to do that. Maybe using a tool that has like a cover on it, like a rubber casing or something on there, so that you don't do what I did. So after that, the motorcycle, the lights wouldn't even come on even though the battery was fully charged, which I did double check that the battery was charged. And yeah, so the lights wouldn't come on, and so I came over here and I took off this side panel on the left side of the bike. And here's, I'll show you what this looked like. So this is the cover for the fuse box. So that's what the fuse box looked like. So I took that off. And I tested all the 10 amp fuses in here, and none of them were, all of them were fine. And I didn't realize before, so I looked it up online, and I guess there's a main fuse, which is usually a 30 amp fuse. But I couldn't find a video, and that's why I'm making this video, on a 1991 and where that main fuse would be. So I ended up kind of taking off all of the stuff. So I took off the seat and I took off the panel on the other side. So I'll just kind of show you the inside of that, just so that there's a video of this motorcycle, this motorcycle's insides, so that you don't have to take that apart if what you're looking for isn't there. But then I tracked down this dealy bob right here, which had one of these in it, which is a circuit breaker, and it's just a plug, so it's super easy to take out. But so generally speaking, these won't fail, and what'll happen is this little button will just, I think it'll just pop out, and then you can just pop it back in, and that'll fix your problem. That'll complete the circuit again. But mine did not, so I went ahead and got a new one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plug it in and see if I can get the motorcycle to start again. Alrighty, so I went ahead and I put this dealy bob in, and the lights still wouldn't come on, and it popped out. So I tried clicking it back a couple times, it kept popping out, so obviously I'm still doing something wrong, and I figured out what it was. So I put the battery in backwards, which is a super amateur move, but that's what I am, as an amateur. So I've gone ahead and I've detached the battery, and I'm going to go ahead and take these screws off here and pop the battery back out and flip it around. And I detached the battery. I put this, like a rag around this so that I didn't arc again, because I've already electrocuted myself twice today. And this is what I'm going to use to get the bike tire up so that I can pop this out. So you just have to take these guys off. There's one on the opposite side, and this will just open up on these hinges over here. Okay, so I forgot to mention, so the reason that I put the battery in backwards is because in different models, the battery does go this direction. So I guess but I guess it varies. So the way that this one is set up might be different, or I'm crazy. But the way that you can tell for sure is that the negative terminal should always, the wire should go towards the engine, and the positive should go towards the solenoid. So if you follow your cables, regardless of what model you have, you should be able to figure out which side's supposed to go to which. And after this, I'm gonna go ahead and take some red tape and put it on the positive side. And the positive on this model is gonna be on the not passenger side. Well, if it was a car, it'd be the passenger side, but on the right side. I think part of the problem is that these cables can be flipped around because they're not labeled and they're long enough that you could accidentally swap them. So maybe I did that, but probably not. Probably I just screwed up.